anything. Anywhere you go, you're not alone. You're the North Star and the compass, always finding something wondrous. Anywhere you go, you're not alone. Wish that I could keep you from sorrow and harm. None of us is here for long, but you're not alone. In the cradle of the circle,
In the cradle of the circle,
all the ones that came before
all the ones that came before
you, well, their strength is yours now.
their strength is yours.
You're not alone. Sparrows in the morning,
Sparrows in the morning,
crows and doves,
crows and doves,
singing with your
singing
mama. You're not alone. We have love.
We have love.
We have love.
We
We
have
have love.
love.
You're not alone. We have love. We have love. We have love. You're not alone. Hey, my little evening star, how bright you are. Anywhere you go, you're not alone.
Hello, my name is Barbara. I am one of the members of the Board of Alignment, as Margaret said. And I would like to share a poem, which I think is also a prayer, which I discovered a couple months ago. It's a poem by Arab poet, Palestinian Arab poet, Sami al-Qassem, who died in 2014, but lived his life, his adult life, in Upper Galilee, in the town of Rameh, and then in Haifa. So he lived his life in Israel. And he made a conscious choice after 1948 not to leave Israel with the Palestinians and to stay in Israel, which he considered his country and has always considered his country. as a Palestinian Arab Israeli. He was a journalist as well as a poet. He worked for newspapers in Haifa. He was considered himself an Arab nationalist. He was born in Jordan, in what was then Transjordan, and moved with his family when he was very young to Upper Galilee, to Rameh. He has many volumes of poetry. I'm not familiar with most of them, but this poem I love. I'll read it for you and then I'll make a couple comments. The day I'm killed, my killer, rifling through my pockets, will find travel tickets. One to peace, one to the fields and rain, and one to the conscience of humankind. I beg you, my dear killer, don't ignore them. Don't waste such a thing, but take and use the tickets, please. I beg you to go traveling. I'm moved by this for many reasons, but one is because of the forgiveness and the love expressed by the one who is killed, speaking to the one who has killed, and offering gifts. One is peace, one is the beauty of the fields and the rain, and one is the conscience of humankind. And the one killed says to the one who killed him or her, please don't waste these gifts, but take them and use them. Travel toward peace. Travel to the fields and the rain. Travel to the conscience of humankind. I beg you. And the love within that poem is profound, I think. And I think as I read it, as I think about it, I think of all those who have been killed in Gaza, in the kibbutz in Israel on October 7th, in the tunnels where we believe the hostages have been held, in the cities and towns of Ukraine, in the cities and towns of Russia, and all the other cities and towns around the world where there have been killers and there have been those killed. And I try to imagine what it would be like for the spirits of those who have been killed to offer peace and the beauty of nature and the conscience of humankind to their killers. And I am amazed at the wisdom of this poet, this journalist, this Palestinian Arab Israeli, for what he wrote.
We are loved by an unending love. We are embraced by arms that find us, even when we are hidden from ourselves. We are touched by fingers that soothe us, even when we are too proud for soothing. We are counseled by voices that guide us, even when we are too embittered to hear. We are loved by an unending love. We are loved by an unending love.
We are supported by hands that uplift us, even in the midst of a fall. We are urged on by eyes that meet us, even when we are too weak for meeting.
We are loved by an unending love. We are loved by an unending love. Embrace, touch, soothe, and counsel. Ours are the arms, the fingers, the voices. Ours are the hands, the eyes, the smiles. We are loved by an unending love. 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 We are loved by an unending love.
Thank you, Molly and Harold and Barbara, for that beautiful poem as well. I'm just realizing I unmuted someone who may have been trying to, I muted someone who may have been trying to unmute. So it may work for me best if you put a raised hand if you would like to share something, or you can private message me to make sure that I don't do that. So Carol Rogers is going to share something with us.
I'm Baha'i, and Baha'is believe, as Abdul Bahá stated, as the spirit of man lives forever after casting off the elemental frame, it is like all existing things undoubtedly capable of progress, and thus one must pray for departed souls to advance to be forgiven or to be made the recipient of divine favors. Moreover, just as people are in need of God in this world, so too are they in need of him at the next. And many in our faith and many faiths have been killed simply because of who they are and what they believe. So before I say this prayer for the departed, take a moment to hold in your hearts and minds all of those all over the world who have been imprisoned, persecuted, and martyred because of their faith, ethnicity, or just because who they were displays someone else's distorted idea of what is right and acceptable. Oh my God, O thou forgiver of sins, bestower of gifts, dispeller of afflictions, verily I beseech thee to forgive the sins of such as have abandoned the physical garment and have ascended to the spiritual world. O Lord, purify them from trespasses, dispel their sorrows, and change their darkness into light. Cause them to enter the garden of happiness, cleanse them with the most pure water, and grant them to behold thy splendors on the loftiest mount. And that's by Abdul Baha.
Thank you for sharing that, Carol. I am deeply moved by the work of these three faith leaders who call themselves the Interfaith Amigos, Pastor Don McKenzie, Rabbi Ted Falcon, and Imam Jamal Rahman. And they travel the country speaking about finding peace through relationship with one another. And I wanted to read you one page from a book that they wrote called Finding Peace Through Spiritual Practice. There's the three of them there. And this part of this book that they wrote is called, What is Peace Anyway? Have you ever thought about it? Most of us seem to equate peace with the absence of war and the absence of fear. We might say, peace means all children can sleep without fear, and peace means we no longer have to go to war. To many, peace means we are safe, living in a place without violence, perhaps even without pain and fear. But pain is a part of human experience. We actually need pain to keep ourselves safe, to teach us to refrain from touching the hot burner and to be able to navigate our environment safely. We need some elements of fear as well. Without fear, we would be far less vigilant and we would not build adequate shelters against sun, wind, rain, and snow. Many think that peace is the absence of conflict. Yet conflict managed successfully is a requirement for positive change. We need conflict to grow. So if peace is not the absence of conflict, fear, and pain, what is it? The three of us believe that true peace is a way of living in which our conflicts lead us to more meaningful relationships. Fear awakens us to live with greater safety, and pain reminds us of where we need support. Peace is an environment, in which we help each other become the very best we can be. Peace is when conflict no longer leads to violence. Disagreement no longer requires us to dehumanize and demonize the other. And we enjoy finding new ways to support others and welcome their support of us. But peace in the world is not possible until we learn to be peaceful beings ourselves. And spiritual practices can support our awakening to the peace that is already part of our being. Inner peace refers to equanimity and resilience in our responses to conflict. Inner peace flows from our connection to the greater wholeness of our being. And I truly, truly hope that that is what arises from this space of alignment. It is where a space where we come with our pain, our fear, our grief, the conflicts that weigh upon us, and we begin to build relationship across traditions through our shared spiritual practice. And I think they capture that so beautifully.
Lift me up, hold me down.
Keep me close, safe and sound. Before we offer another prayer, another song, wanted to share something that I wrote as a message just before the Sabbath on Friday afternoon. Shared this with our community, and would like to share it with all of you tonight. So I wrote, and the greeting on Friday night, Sabbath comes in on a Friday night, is Shabbat Shalom, or Sabbath of Peace. And I wrote, Shabbat Shalom, Shalom, Salam, feels like the ultimate luxury these days. Peace, to live where we live, blessed with a relative ease of day-to-day life. Fate, circumstance, a decision our families made generations ago, or maybe not so long ago, to be here. There's so much upheaval, so much out of balance. It's hard to find places not just of refuge, but comfort, of tranquility. I lead a prayer pretty much every morning from the sanctuary, and just off to my left, or just off to your left, whatever, is our sort of stage area. We have a few chairs, and on one of those chairs we have affixed a picture of one of the kidnapped young men, actually, who's been in captivity along with 100 others for 150 days almost now. I lock onto that picture and the eyes of that kidnapped person, and as I'm doing that, each morning I offer the prayer, blessed is God who releases the captives. I also look to the other side of the sanctuary, and I'm thinking about all of the Palestinians, the children, the teenagers, the mothers, those who have been killed, those who are without a home, who are desperate, hungry, starving. And I am broken. All of it just breaks me. So I come tonight bruised and beaten up by these last 5 months. I'm disillusioned, I am enraged, I'm so sad, I feel lost. But somehow I refuse to accept that that is the final word, and I come tonight full of music and song and hope, and the hope I derive from a beautiful organization which meets in the south of Israel called the Arava Institute. And they are a group of Palestinians and Israelis and Jordanians and people from Gaza and the West Bank and Israel proper of all different faiths. And they and races and people also from all over the world who come to study about how they can share the resources of that environment and teach and learn how to create opportunities for water and share. It's a cross-border sharing towards bettering the lives of everybody in the region. And one of them wrote, a graduate, so they've been together all these months through this war, and one of the Palestinian writes, "Can you believe it? 4 months ago we were complete strangers. I think it takes some guts to choose to come here in the first place. It's a very complex thing to try and live with our differences and be willing, open, and curious to dedicate our time for this. This time, however, not only did we meet our differences through our strength and pleasant attributes, but we had no choice but to do it while facing our greatest fears." So just want to add that in to our prayers, and really what an incredible model, like to say, what are our greatest fears and facing them. So that's my prayer for all of us tonight. And we have one more song, prayer that we'd like to do with you.
Yes.
Okay.
And this song, what Harold just shared that he wrote segues beautifully into this song, which is called A World Like This. And it's talking about finding hope, finding joy, finding love in a world even like this one. And we do that through connecting with each other. We do that through seeing the best in one another. We do that through gatherings like this. And the song talks about the light that we can see in each other's faces and each other's messages. Oh, my soul, I came so close to giving up. Somehow you found me and you gave me just enough. You had that smile that said that you understand, and I found myself believing again. Love is hard to find in a world like this. It'll make you wonder if it even exists. But I see your face, and what a light it is. You keep me hoping in a world like
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to echo. Thank you. My friends, thank you for creating this space with your presence. And what we are doing here is we are seeding pockets of peace, and we are holding light in this world. We are simply by doing this. And I would like to end with a blessing by poet and prayer leader John Philip Newell, who says, "Peace be ours. The peace of the one be ours, that we may be one and many, that we may be bound and free, that we may be prisoners to love and fly like doves. Peace be ours. The peace of the one be ours, that we may be one and many, that we may be bound and free, that we may be prisoners to love and fly." So to you all, I wish this peace, and I hold you in this light and walk into the world now. Cedars of peace. Grateful to you all.